Here at home, new at 11 tonight, tensions over the ongoing war are likely responsible for an attack caught on camera at a Brooklyn playground. News 4's Jackie Beckford shows us the confrontation that the alleged victim calls a hate crime.
You can't tell me what to do.
We can't verify what came before this video showing the woman yelling, "You and your son go away."
You can't tell me what to do.
You and your son go away.
Why?
Then throwing what Ashish Prashar says was her phone, followed by hot coffee at he and his young son.
As I turned back, she threw hot coffee at my face, which if I didn't put my son down would have burnt my son.
Prashar, a political activist and writer, was wearing this Arab scarf, or keffiyeh, on his daily trip to the Edmonds playground today when his 18-month-old son toddled over to a boy playing basketball.
This woman comes charging over and says, "You support Hamas." She goes, "You're a terrorist." And it's like, look, I don't know what you're on. I don't want to talk about this. No, don't come near me, though.
We've blurred the woman's face because we don't know her identity and cannot get her side of the story. But Prashar says the woman's vile insults extended to his son.
And she goes, "Get your kid away from mine." She then proceeded to say, "Your people are dogs. And you know your people burn babies. And I hope they burn your baby in an oven." She just told me, like, "I'm Jewish American. You don't belong here."
Prashar, who is of Indian descent, says he received the scarf as a gift a decade ago while working in the West Bank under then Prime Minister Tony Blair.
And it was a gift given to me by a Christian Palestinian. And I've worn it religiously from that point because it felt like an honor to get it from someone.
Prashar says the woman eventually left after a passerby stepped in. He has filed a police report, but he's not the only person of Indian descent to be attacked since the start of the Israel-Hamas war. The Sikh community says they too are regularly being called terrorists. A student had his turban ripped from his head, and an elderly driver was beaten to death in what has since been ruled a hate crime.
This is post 9/11 again, like every brown person now is a target. We have been completely dehumanized.
Prashar, who once campaigned for President Biden, blames rhetoric he says puts him and others in danger.
And again, it comes from the top. They're allowing this and only focusing on one community. No parent should feel unsafe to take their child to a playground because someone decides you are less than human.
And Prashar says when he does come back to this park or any other in the neighborhood, he plans to come with friends. In this climate, he says there's safety in numbers. In Fort Greene, Jackie Beckford, News 4, New York.